Hello, Kate Wiseman again. You must be getting fed up with me by now. We're doing the Gangster School read-along and we've reached page 52, which is chapter 10. We're doing really well. I hope you know, we do one chapter a day, and I hope that you are inspired to write stories or do some artwork or design something for the Gangster School, which is called Blackguards, as a result of this. If not, I just hope you enjoy it for 10 minutes. So, first day at Blackguards. Millie and Charlie are protagonists. We know what protagonists are, don't we? They're the sort of our main characters, the ones we're rooting for. Have had all sorts of weird experiences already. They've gone to bed and now they've been woken up in the middle of the night and they're being sort of pushed along the corridor and they don't know why. So here we go, chapter 10. Millie's captors shoved her into the corridor where she joined the other Year 7s who were being shepherded onto the landing. When the newbies with rooms on the second floor had joined them, they were all manhandled downstairs. She fought her way over to Charlie, who was wearing a black hooded dressing gown, and his hair was even wilder. Millie rolled her eyes. "Some sort of dumb initiation ceremony, I reckon," she said. "The perfect end to a perfect day," Charlie replied, with a twist of his lips. Downstairs, the rest of the school was waiting for them. A heavy boy with prominent ears stepped forward. "Baby Blackguardians, for many years it's been traditional for newbies to end their first day with an encounter with a very special member of the school. Yes, it's time to meet Pickpocket Pete." Their captors cheered wildly. The older students grabbed the Year 7s by their arms and hustled them past the marble desk in reception and through a heavy door. Millie peered around. They were in a huge, dim room that looked as if it didn't see much use. It contained stacks of old wooden desks with neat piles of cellophane-wrapped burglars' tops stacked on them. In one corner there lurked a set of ancient stocks, still spattered with the dried lumps of eggs and nameless brown lumps. The ceiling was high and raftered. Long skeins of cobwebs drifted from it in a chilly draught. A figure was standing in one corner. The dimness made it impossible to tell whether it was male or female. It had its back to them, and it was swathed in a wide-brimmed hat and a heavy overcoat. The strange person stood eerily still. "It's almost like he's disconnected his mind from his body, and only the body's standing there," Millie mused. The heavy boy spoke again. "Pickpocket Pete is the world's best pickpocket. He won't turn round or acknowledge you in any way. You see, he's completely focused on his task. Pete is the master of the ancient art of sense sharpening. It's called Galabul. Masters of Galabul are completely sensitive to the world around them. They can hear the beat of a butterfly's wings or the way a mouse's heart flutters when it senses a nearby cat. They can detect the moment that a target starts to suspect that his pocket is being picked." Millie folded her arms. Her eyebrows rose into her fringe. The boy hadn't finished yet. "At this time of year, Pete feels that it's his duty to challenge the baby Blackguardians. He bets you can't pick his pocket without him feeling it. If he catches you out, you pay a forfeit. If you beat him, there's treats for the whole school." "We're not falling for that," Millie muttered. "They call us babies, but we're not Crumlians." And in front of them, they could see other Year 7s nodding. "I reckon I'd be pretty good at Gulabul," said an eager boy with a wide smile and glasses. "I'm Dylan. My family are the best smash and grabbers in the country. I'll go first." He started forward, but Millie put her hand out to restrain him. "Whoa, Dylan, let's just find out a bit more." She turned to the heavy boy. "What are the rules? What's the forfeit?" "The rules are simple. Pickpocket Pete remains exactly where he is. We'll cover his eyes so he can't see anyone approaching. He'll wear earplugs too. All he has to rely on is his super sense. All you babies have to do is remove the object from his coat pocket without him sensing it. If he does feel you, he'll press that remote control he's holding. Then the unsuccessful pickpocket pays the forfeit. The forfeit being, inquired William Proctor suspiciously. The boy assumed a look of innocence. That's a secret. Let's just say it's nothing that your parents wouldn't approve of. The Year Sevens stared at each other for a long moment. It was the enthusiastic Dylan who broke the silence. Okay, that sounds fine to me. I'm ready to go. Hang on, we just need to help Pete get into the zone, the heavy boy said. It took a whole group of people to prepare Pete. He was completely still as someone removed his hat to tie his blindfold at the back of his head. A tall girl seemed to be having difficulty keeping a straight face as she fiddled with Pete's ears. Others just crowded around, grinning at each other. As they turned back to join the others, the tall girl glanced upwards. Millie caught the glance and peered in the same direction, but she could see nothing except the shadowy roof and rafters. Dylan limbered up, shaking his arms and hopping from foot to foot, a bit like that. Everyone was expecting Dylan to throw himself straight into the task. Instead, he removed his shoes and spent a long time assessing his target. Then he started to creep forwards. There was absolute silence in the room as the spectators watched him stop dead for what seemed like ages, then start forward again. He repeated his action several times. At last, he was within touching distance of Pete. Dylan's eyes roamed over Pete's coat. Eventually, one of his hands edged forward, achingly slowly. When his fingers made contact with Pete's coat, just above one of the side pockets, they looked as gentle as butterflies landing on a flower. Everyone held their breath. End of chapter 10. Take care. Enjoy the time at home. Read and write and draw and have fun. My friend's dog's just come to see me. Oh, she's gone. Bye-bye. See you next time.